Have you ever wondered what the stars in the sky really are? Science will tell you they're just balls of gas, exploding millions of light years away. But what if I told you they're more than that? Complex, living, breathing entities known as the celestials. Bodies of space and light, fused into the shape of a human. Mortals have fallen and died for the chance to be loved by one of them. Their love is said to be cosmic, immortal. To be loved by a celestial is to become infinite, bound to the universe, or so I was told. I didn't see the allure until I met Lady. She is as tall as a tree and graceful in every movement. Her skin is an earthy reddish brown, always glowing with a soft red hue. Her long white hair is a messy bundle of braids tied into a bun, yet still long enough to entangle me as I walked behind her. In all the time I've spent with her, I've never known her true name, and until recently, I was the only one who knew her true nature. When Lady was born, she was meant to be another celestial, birthed into existence like all her kind before her. But something was different. Upon her arrival, the room fell silent, bathed in the red glow that's always emanated from her. Instead of awe, there was outrage. Even then, she had all eyes on her. She wasn't like the others, she was something entirely new, made not just of the moon, but the sun as well. Lady grew to be smaller than her peers, unable to expand and shrink to fit the sky, larger than a human, but doll-sized compared to her kind. As her powers developed, she discovered the sun gave her strength and vitality, while the moon sharpened her mind. She could hyper-focus her senses and perform even the most complex spells. Her abilities made her excel in every class, earning the attention of many celestial leaders. Still, her kind outcast her. The sun's rays amplified her glow, but to them, it also amplified their disgust. To them, she was a mistake, a shameful byproduct of two star-crossed lovers who lingered between day and night. Her mother, a dusk star. Her father, a ray of dawn. In the 30 minutes between night and day, they found paradise in each other, their hues entwined to create the glow that would become their daughter. After years of study, Lady was ready to join the night sky. Celestials form the stars we see. They guide travelers, depict signs, summon and shape the moon. Some celestials push the moon into place. Others serenade it into its phases. Once set, the celestials take their places, absorbing and amplifying the moon's energy. Lady was assigned the role of dusk star, as her mother once was. The kind agreed. Keeping her away from the moon ensured her hue wouldn't clash with it. Lady didn't mind. She wanted to feel close to the mother she lost and maybe get a glimpse of the father she never knew. On her first day as a dusk star, Lady was paired with Dakarai, an elder celestial and lead hunter. He had been there at her birth and vowed to watch over her after her mother passed. He was the closest thing to a father she had ever known. The role of dusk stars is simple yet dangerous. They work on the edge of the night, inches from the sun. They must pull the edge of night away as the rays of day push the sunshine forward. Too fast and it ruins the illusion. Too slow and it can destroy a celestial. Lady struggled at first, disrupting the rhythm. But being half sun, she was never in danger. When her resilience became apparent, she was named the last star, the final dusk star before day, the one closest to the light. It thrilled her. She had a clear view of the world only mentioned in passing. As she grew comfortable, she pushed her boundaries, observing the day's preparations. She wrapped herself in the edge of the night like a cloak to blend in, hiding her hue. Then one day something changed. The rays moved differently, more clouds than usual, odd for the season. Their formations were off. Curious, Lady moved closer. For the first time, she heard their voices and saw their faces. They were graceful, mechanical, and warm, like her. A man dressed in white greeted each sun ray he passed, and they, in turn, bowed to him. As he reached the end of the line, his eyes met with Lady's. He walked toward her, stopping at the edge of day and night. He studied her face, then smiled and offered his hand. She hesitated. Something about him felt familiar, but before their hands could meet, she was yanked back into the night. It was Dakarai. He was angry and afraid. Lady had broken a sacred law. Day and night must never meet. The union could destroy the world. He told her of the eclipse at the dawn of the Celestials. When the sun and moon joined, the world below was devastated. Thousands of lives were lost, and darkness devoured the earth. Humans suffered the most. They lost their connection to the divine, and an Armageddon was set upon them. From that day forward, the Celestials drew a line between day and night and vowed to forever keep them apart. Lady finally understood why she was hated. She embodied a union that once brought ruin. Still, she loved both night and day. She would never harm anyone. She was torn between it all. From that moment on, Lady conformed. She did her duties without question. She avoided the sun's edge, but never stopped wondering about the world below, about the man who offered his hand. Time passed and Lady became a full-grown star. She earned the respect of her kind and was appointed director of the dusk stars. One evening, as she prepared her team, she noticed the chaos on the sun's side. A sun ray was struggling against a strange shadow. The dusk stars began pulling the night forward. If the ray wasn't freed in time, he would be destroyed and ruin her perfect transition. Lady yelled for them to stop, but her voice didn't reach them. With no choice, she ran to help. The shadow lunged at her, halting her advance. The sun ray reached out. She grabbed his hand just before he was swallowed. Lady pulled with all her might, but the shadow spread to her arm. Panic rose in her as it consumed her. Inside the darkness, she saw the unconscious ray. She summoned moonlight, fighting to break free. As she struggled to maintain her light, visions flashed before her, fire and darkness, the destruction of the celestial lands. She reached for one of the fleeing celestials, but was shoved to the ground. As she rose, she caught a glimpse of something terrifying. She closed her eyes and turned away. A familiar presence touched her hand. When she opened her eyes, the vision vanished, and before her stood the man in white. He urged her on, adding his sunlight to her moonlight. Their combined spell burned the shadow away. Their power rippled across the skies. The sun ray, initially grateful, gasped in horror. The energy of the union radiated across the celestial realm for all to see. Celestial knights from both sides began to surround them. The man smiled. "Well done. You're more powerful than I imagined." He bowed. "You remind me of them. Your hue makes me feel like they never left." "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I'm sorry," he said as the nights closed in. "Our conversation ends here." Lady turned to Dakarai, who shackled her hands without a word. She was taken before the Night Council, the ruling body of 8 elder celestials who created the laws of the night. Lady of the Night, composer of the dusk stars, daughter of Kaya, began Danazia, the head elder. "You have broken celestial law. You communed with the day, conjured power with a sun ray, threatened the balance." Lady tried to explain the shadow, the danger, but Danazia silenced her with a raised hand. "You are an abomination, a curse. We tolerated you because of your parents, but no more. You are stripped of your title and cast to the earth, a fallen star. There you will fade and die like a human." Elder Sheba shouted, "You should be destroyed. You nearly triggered another eclipse." Lady stood. "I don't apologize. I saved a fellow celestial. I saved the night. Yes, I called upon both sun and moon, but I saw something inside that shadow, visions of destruction. This threat is real. There is no we anymore, Sheba said coldly. You are no longer one of us. Be gone before the next nightfall or be destroyed. Lady returned home. Dakarai stood waiting. A tear rolled down his cheek as he tossed her a bag. Pack only essentials. I'll escort you to the edge. She bowed and retreated to her room. She closed the door and slumped to the ground. As she sat, something caught her eye. There on her table sat a letter. Dear lady, I apologize for not finishing our conversation. I imagine your punishment was severe. I'm sorry for the trouble I caused. I am the seventh son of the Sun King and overseer of the sun rays. Your mother was a great ally. Before her death, she and I discovered the existence of the shadow creatures. They can only be destroyed with both moonlight and sunlight. If left unchecked, they will consume everything. The councils refuse to believe me, let alone acknowledge that these creatures exist. But after today, I'm confident someone on the council knows. The source of the creatures is on Earth. I plan to go there and bring back proof. If you're willing, I would be honored if you joined me. I may have answers about your parents. If not, I understand. I wish you peace. I will never contact you again. With love and light, Daichi